YouTube, how's it going? John here at Herman Woodworks, and it is a very beautiful spring day here in Northeast Ohio. It rained last night, it poured. Yesterday I had a busy day. I did a video on some chainsaw sharpening, but then I was milling. Finally got this mill out and been jonesing to get this thing going. So had a bunch of ash logs I did. Sorry I didn't video that. I just did a bunch of stuff. Bunch of 8/4 and actually just some true 4x4s making a swing set thing, but have this big chunk of oak on the mill and I want to get this thing milled up, and I'm bringing you guys in for that. Let's do this. All right, so before we get going, I actually did one pass on it yesterday just to get it flat, get it sitting on here, because to be honest, this is probably going to be one of the biggest logs I've had on this Woodmizer LT10. Even with the part cut off, we're at 16 high, and I think it was about 19 across. And the actual butt end of the log down there, we're at a good 20 inches, and that's already after I took a slab off of it. She's sitting right now, so let's get this mill going, get this turned into a cant, and decide what I want to mill from there. let's get a peek what we got here. All right, I'm not one to usually do this, but let's give everybody the treat. Let's throw the water on it, see what she's look like. All right, let's get it flipped to the last side, get a total cant made out of this, figure out how we want to cut this. All right, so I forgot to press record on the last one, but so what we ended up with here is about, well, not about, it's a 13 by 13 cant. I left a little bark on there because I'd hate to lose all that. The log had kind of like a nice little curve to it, so I had to ditch a lot of stuff here because we started off at almost 20 inches and we're down to 13 by 13, so to get it all squared out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna almost try and do kind of like quarter sawn slash riff sawn on this, maybe section it up and cut it from there. I might save some of the bigger material for that big guy over there. I got 2 more oaks. And that one I'm gonna have to probably butcher with my chainsaw to try and actually get it on here, but I think we'll save the big material for that. Yeah, might as well. Already did it once. Throw some water on this. Let everybody have a peek. All right, so I end up just cutting this thing in half. There was no way to take the pith out of this tree. Little centipede. You can see on this end, essentially it was where the tree was turning into a triple. So I just cut this down. I'm gonna get these set up side by side and just cut these down. And probably, I'm thinking I'm gonna cut it 8/4, leave it a little wide so I can maybe do some stuff with it, but you know, later on I can always resaw it down. So I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do. All right, there's our yield. There's our yield so far. These are all just shy of 8.5 foot. Said cutting them at 8/4, so it's just a hair over 2 inch. Should be able to get about close to 6 more out of that. It might be a little skim because of it being 13, but depending on the blade width, we'll see how she goes. So let's finish it up. All right, so we got 6 more pieces of the 8/4. Then we'll have one little chunk, the tail bottom there, about 4/4. That side's got some bark still on it anyway, so that's just almost, it stays whole by the time it gets down there. So we'll end up taking it with us, but I was gonna leave it at 12/4, but I like having nice even stacks. Those 2 pieces will just be some stack on the top. So let's take a look at this one a little bit, because this was getting a little more into the heart of it here. This piece was here. I just flopped it over so we could see some of the grain. If I can keep my big head out of the sunlight. See what this looks like when it dries up. The way the grain was with this, it really was pretty much, it was just impossible to really do any kind of true quarter sawn. This was just kind of my own version of almost basically flat sawn. So, all right, let's get it stacked up. All right, and there we have it with the second stack. So 12 boards at 8/4. About 6.5 inches wide, and then 2 pieces of 4/4. So I'll get those stacked on there. Like I said, I still got those oaks to go. I'm gonna stack up this ash that I cut from the other day, and then I still got some maple back there. One maple's, it's a little shorter, but it's pretty thick also. All right, YouTube, I got a lot of work to do. Got some stuff to do. The kids are off with the wife right now, so got to maximize this time. So I got to get to work. But as always, it's been awesome. You know, I can't thank you guys enough for everybody that's been following me and watching the videos. Everybody take care, and I will talk to you again soon. I don't know what happened to the sun. It's kind of peeking through, but spring in Ohio.